All right. We should be live in just a moment. Looks like we're good. I think we're good. I think we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Silent Hill Symbolism Q&A, or just Muse Q&A. I don't know. Talk a little bit today about the video I just posted, and then whatever y'all want to talk about is fine. Today was another Pyramid Head video because obviously last week I didn't cover all versions of Pyramid Head, and I did hear about that a little bit in the comments, the fact that I didn't talk about Homecoming especially. But to me, they're not the same character at all. They're different iterations of a character, but Homecoming is a separate beast, so I wanted to give it its own video. I think I covered most of what I wanted to cover. I cut some details about why he looks the way he does, which is really just based on the physical capabilities of the people working on the Silent Hill film, making the costume they made, which is, I really appreciate the Silent Hill film for all the real costumes and acting and dancing they put into their monsters rather than just CGI BS. But obviously you can only do so much, and that's why a lot of things about him are changed. The apron doesn't go up all the way. I presume there may have been some issues with movement there, or they just wanted to show off the suit that they made for the upper body. The helmet's different because you could not have that sit on a human face. There's no sealed fingers because I can't imagine having gloves like that would make holding anything very easy for the actor. But really those are not really associated with the character in Homecoming. So even though the reasons for the change are kind of meta, you know, I didn't really explore a lot of his physical appearance for that reason, because it wasn't really associated with Homecoming. It was because of the movie. But I really genuinely love the idea of Homecoming as kind of a dream, to some extent. How much of it is a dream is kind of up to you. Is it all a dream that he's having before his father kills him? Is he still in the hospital and about to be tormented? There's two endings that kind of tie into that idea. Specifically, the fact that he always seems to fall asleep when he's going to Silent Hill, when he sees Pyramid Head. Like, that really reinforces to me Silent Hill and Pyramid Head are kind of part of his subconscious and his mind, his dream, which doesn't necessarily mean it's not true, not happening. You know, it just kind of, it means it's a little more symbolic to him. You know what I mean? It means it's more, it's reflecting his inner mind because we're literally in his mind at this point. Let's see here. Dancing? Yes, so in the Silent Hill film, most of the nurses and the monsters were professional dancers, and they choreographed all those movements. You know, you don't think about it, but like the nurses twitching and Pyramid Head's that's dance. And there's a lot of really cool detail that went into the development of the film. I don't agree with everything they did, and I'm not a big fan of the director, but the artistry, the art team, the teams that worked on the costumes and the performances are just fantastic. Let's see. Hello, everybody hopping in. I see Zool and Jeff and Lobsel, Marco, Such a Waste, Andrew. What's the plan for the next video? Who knows? It's getting to a very busy time of year for me, and I've been kind of preparing for October in general, and less so for Silent Hill specifically, so I don't know what the next video is going to be about. Honestly, I can't say. I have no idea. I'll have to figure that out soon so I can write the script. But yeah, I do feel like that Pyramid in Homecoming is a different Pyramid Head from the second game. Maybe that they're connected, but not necessarily the same entity. But I also do like the idea that Homecoming and 2 are related for the fact that I like connecting Mary and Alex. I just think that's really interesting. It has a lot of implications for the lore that those two characters can be related, and then have Pyramid Head show up in both stories. I just think it's really fun. I know it's not everybody's favorite thing. I mean, literally I had someone comment on the video from last week saying something about, when you said Pyramid wasn't just belonging to 2, I immediately disliked and closed the video. Like, well, good for you, buddy. Have fun. You sound like a great person to hang out. So much fun. Anyway. Oh, man. Let's see. Any plans on playing Fahrenheit? Yes. Problem is, I own it on PC. And as I've explained many times, my PC is touch and go with 3D games. I've tried It'll play most of them, but it won't stream them. It has a lot of difficulty with that. So at this point, if I want to stream it, I'm going to have to get a physical copy, which I'm working on it. At this point, I have enough new horror that I probably need to step back and just play what I've got. But as I've said, October's coming, so that's going to be basically all we're doing in October is playing horror games. I have my official list of what I think is going to be our base games we're going to play. If we finish these, we'll add other stuff, but I think this is probably plenty to start with. We'll go over that in a sec. Let me make sure Joe, we can't cover that every time, Joe. Let me zoom this in, because my freaking old eyes can't see crap. Alright. Was maybe Mary a sacrifice in the passing of Alex's family? Well, the families sacrifice every 50 years. And it's one kid per family. Given her age, I think she would have been born between the two sacrifices. Maybe like a cousin of Alex's or something. Or a cousin of Adam's. So related, but not, possibly not in the know. And I kind of like that idea that, she may have gotten sick, like, by going to Silent Hill and being cursed, and then tie in that theory to she's from Shepherd's Glen and part of the family that's killing people. Why would she be cursed? Because Silent Hill is upset about the spell? I really like the way that you can connect all that lore. Like, it's not so much symbolism of this is kind of what they're trying. This is more, fan theories, I guess, but I really enjoy that theory. Let's see... Is it me or did they change the design of the blade too? Yes, they did. And I presume it was, one, possibly another technical issue, or two, to make it fit better with the design. Because both now, when they changed the design of the Pyramid Head in the movie, he had bolts on his helmet, and he also has them on his sword, I believe. So that's probably why they did that. Hey, Pablo, thank you once again for becoming a member. That's very kind of you. If anybody else wants to become a member, that's really helpful. And as for as low as 99 cents, you can support the channel and get access to cool stuff. Thank you, Aaron. I'm glad you like my videos. Yes. I will be covering Fatal Frame. We're so close to beating it. I need to actually get around to finishing it, but I already have a script mostly written for the first Fatal Frame. I have some good thoughts on that one. I really have enjoyed it. This dumb bottle needs a new straw. Yeah, I need to replace that. Let's see. I do need to get the older Personas. At this point, I physically cannot allow myself to buy any more games. I have too much of a backlog. I created a backloggery account, and I have something like 70% of the games I own haven't played or finished, or some of them even touched at all. 70! And I have I think it came up to about 300 games. So 70% of 300, that's probably somewhere close to 200 games that I own and haven't played. And understandably, some of them I can't stream or anything because they're on my PC, but I still have a bunch that are physical that I really need to play. So for now, even though I've had a lot, like I've been asked for Five Nights at Freddy's, I've been asked for Outlast, some different things for Halloween coming up. I gotta play what I have already. Yes, I am a bit of a video game. My problem is I buy them like when I find them used. Like the last week I found a copy of Dreamfall at Goodwill, which was a great find. 99 cents. Sure, I'll play that. But I just haven't had the time to, I buy all these games used and hang on to them, and then I don't have the time to play them. Hey, Bad Wrong Fun, and thank you, Knives Sama, for the support. If James had revived Mary, do you think, let's see here, do you think the town would have taken action against James and Mary? I don't necessarily think so. I'm not going to elaborate just because I actually, for next month, Fanfic Friday that we've been doing where I read things that I've written, we're going to change it to horror stories. And one of them is actually about Silent Hill 2. And it's a fan fiction I'm writing now, brand new, that kind of addresses some some things in Silent Hill 2. I don't want to elaborate on the question yet, but I'll answer it in a future story that I am writing, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I really want to play Persona 2. I've heard so much good about it, but like I said, I just obtained Persona 3 and 4 and never played any of them, so I'm probably going to start 3 soon-ish. Probably after October. How do I feel like playing RE retro games like RE2 or Nemesis? I'm starting Nemesis next because we just finished Origins. We finished the prequel. And I've already played the RE2 remake, and I've played some of the original RE2 enough that, like, I know that storyline. I don't want to replay it on a stream. I'll stream it one day, but for now I want to play some ones I've never played, so we're going to jump to Nemesis next. I enjoy the old school Resident Evil. I'm not as good at them, just because I've never been good at shooters, but I really have enjoyed them. Let's see, YouTube, stop. Every time someone new comments, YouTube jumps and it loses track of where I was trying to look at questions. Here we go. Currently have a backlog of Fatal Frame 2 and 3 as well as Final Fantasy 5 and 9. Oh, man. That's my problem, too. A lot of the games I really want to play are, 1, long, and 2, you have to read. Final Fantasy 9 is before voice acting. I have to sit here and I have to read, and my brain's like, I'd rather not read. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I know there's 2 Persona games. I haven't looked into it yet. I'm assuming maybe one of them's like a continuation or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. If you have Persona 3 Portable, you can have a female character with lesbian romance options. That is very cool. I have it on PS2. I assume I probably can't mod that. I have the Persona 3 FES version. But once I play that, I'll have to look up that mod and check it out. What am I streaming later? Probably nothing tonight because I still have a lot of preparations I'm working on for next month and this weekend's charity stream. Tomorrow I might continue Golden Deer. Probably that, because it'd be nice to get some more out of it before we get to October and I don't play that stuff for a little while. Or I may play it, but not as much at all, because I want to play horror games in October. I will have to look that up. Thanks for letting me know, Bad Wrong Fun. Alright, so the games I have lined up for next month that I think we're going to try and play, given the amount of time we have and the stuff that I need to play and beat. Rule of Rose is one of them, because, the name escapes me. Someone was kind enough to let me borrow that quite a while ago, and I need to finish it and let them have their game back. So that's top priority is Rule of Rose. Second priority is Haunting Ground, which was I was very lucky to get a copy of recently. I still can't believe I owned that game, actually. Siren is number 3, followed by Kodelka, which is an older PS1 game that's kind of like horror adjacent. Probably something I'll play during the week, and we'll play like the more heavy, hardcore horror games on the weekend. Clock Tower 3, which will be a pretty easy one. I've played that one so many times. I really love it. And you don't need to know the other... I've never played the other Clock Towers. Clock Tower 3 really plays like its own individual game. They're not really related, so that'll be one we're doing. Galerians, which is a pretty short game. And if we beat it and we have time, we'll start Galerians Ash, which is the sequel. But I'm going to prioritize playing more of the other games we have. Because I want to try and get through some of these games I've never played. Legacy of Kain. Which one was it? I have Soul Reaver. We're going to play that one. I don't know a lot about Legacy of Kain, other than it looks like it's right up my alley. Then Shadow of Destiny, which is another pretty short one. Until Dawn. The Evil Within. Folklore. Castlevania Rondo of Blood. And D, which is an older Dreamcast game that you can play on GOG. So, can't play the sequel. The whole reason I'm getting a Dreamcast and a freaking, what's the other one? Dreamcast and a Sega Saturn is so I can play the other 2 games in the D trilogy one day, physically. No Hotline Miami. I'm going to play that one myself first because I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. You said some stuff. You were like, man, maybe you should play it by yourself first. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe he knows better than I do. Maybe this game is something. But no, I'll have to look it up and see if we can include that as well. Yes, I do love DMC. I'm probably not going to play DMC or Resident Evil next month, except for maybe on Halloween night, because I feel like they're very predictable. Well, not like... They're the obvious October choice, you know? Let's play some stuff that we haven't played before and, you know, is less known, like Shadow of Destiny. I'm very curious to finish that one. It was neat. It has some bad voice acting, but that's okay. All right, let me scroll up and see what questions I missed. Would I ever consider doing an analysis on the aliens from Silent Hill? Possibly. That would probably be more of a, like, goofy, April Fool's kind of video. There's some to talk about there, but obviously it's more meant to be fun. But that's something to consider. Let's see here. How old am I? I am in my mid-20s. Closer to my 30s than I am my 20s, but that's okay. Let's see here. Could Angela Orozco have been saved? Honestly, I think at that point, I mean, it's hard to say, like, as a fictional character, the way that she is written, no. In reality, I think with any kind of support system and medical assistance, you can help people get through these kind of horrible things. But again, she is a fictional character written a certain way. She really was not meant to be, quote, saved, which is very tragic, but that kind of reinforces the idea behind her story, which is the horror of abuse and how it can destroy people. Eddie's the same way in a different direction, but I think in the context of the game, you really couldn't have saved her. Let's see. Okay. Then yeah, I'll probably add that one to the list. I gotta look. Next month, I will be out of town. Not 1, not 2, but 3 weekends. It was 2, and now freaking it's gonna be 3 because apparently the family wants to do everything in the busiest month of my life. Gosh. Anyway, so I'll be gone the October 5th. I'll be gone sometime between the 11th and the 15th. We're not sure yet because it depends on Mars' work schedule. And then I'll be gone almost the entire last week of October. But that week, I'm going to be bringing my PS4 with me so that we will still be able to stream and do stuff that week because I'm going to be in Atlanta with my family doing a family thing. So I will be having the wildest month. Let's see, Dream, where'd it go? It said something about Dreamcast. I haven't heard of those two. Illbleed sounds familiar. I'll have to look that one up. Gandhi. See if the camera will get him in this angle. Yes! There's the boy. Here, let me put him over my face. He's having fun. Yeah, I'm really excited to check out some older horror games, and I would like to actually play them on consoles. Not because I'm against emulation, but my PC has a lot of trouble with it, and I like owning the physical games, to be honest, so if I can afford it, I'm gonna try and save up and do it that way. I may have to buy the game, like a repro cart or something, but at least I'll be able to play it physically. Let's see. Play RE3 on November 1st. That's a good idea. All right, Akatsuki, I can do that for you. Let's see here. Any chances for Grim Fandango for Day of the Dead? Unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, I have bought so many games recently, I can't afford to buy anything else, and I don't own Grim Fandango. What console is it on? I feel like you can probably get it on the PSN store. Am I wrong? I feel like I've seen it there. Because it's on my wish list. It's something I've been keeping an eye on. Am I in a relationship? No. just not since life got busy. I was in one for a while, and we amicably parted, but it's been a little while now. No. Parasite Eve is set on Xmas. I'd love to, but again, I don't own it. I need to finish things I own already. Let's see. I just saw your response, Joe, with the prince-looking character from Fire Emblem. No, we all know Edelgard is my wife, okay? Obviously. And Hubert's my husband. Let's see. Any chance at pixel RPG horror? Sure. I mean, I'll play basically anything. Right now I'm just trying, like I said, to work through my own backlog. I've beaten some things lately, finally checkmarked some games, but yeah, I'm working through it. I will have to check out that book, Tex-Mex. I love me some bad fiction. Yes, I watch anime all the time. I love anime. Right now I'm watching Gangsta with the members on my Discord channel. Anyone that is a member, 99 cents or higher, every week we watch anime together and it's a lot of fun. Right now we're watching a show called Gangsta, like I said. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I also like Drifters, Hellsing, The Ancient Magus Bride, Devils and Realist, Tin Dance, basically half the gay manga out there I have on my shelf over here. Pet Shop of Horrors. We're actually going to do some movie nights next month that aren't just for members. We'll do some extra ones for everybody for Halloween. And I've set aside some of my favorite horror stuff for that, including we're going to do a Hideyuki Kikuchi night, which is going to be fun. Dark Side Blues, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and Demon City Shinjuku. That's going to be so much fun. All right. Let's see. Do I play older scrolls? I've played a little of Morrowind and a little of Skyrim, or more of Skyrim. I never really got heavy into them. I have a lot of trouble with games like that are really open-ended, where you can kind of just do what you want and go anywhere. It really overwhelms me. I am much more of a Final Fantasy, you go here, and then you go here, and then you go here kind of person. Oh, man. Let's see. Yes. It's been a pretty rough, well, I say rough, all the games coming out lately. I mean, Legend of Zelda, Astral Chain, Demon Ex Machina, Three Houses. There's so many games coming out lately, and I want to buy, like, every other one that's coming out. They all look great. They all sound amazing. I mean, and most of them are on the Switch. The Switch and Nintendo are killing it right now. The last one I bought was Three Houses. The next one will probably be Pokemon. I doubt I'll be able to contain myself, but I'm trying not to buy anything new for a little while. Let's see. You should definitely join the Discord. I am a huge weeb. Oh my god, I should show y'all a video. I've been meaning to remake my introduction video. Maybe that's what I'll work on tonight. My desk is covered in buttons and stickers. Let's see if I can actually show y'all some of this shit. Here, I'm gonna close that off since Kitty's gone now. Bye, Kitty. There we go. How far will you go? You'll go far. Right? There we go. Oh, yep, that's my Keyblade and my frickin' Kingdom Hearts poster, but we're talking about weeb stuff. Let's see. Oh, there's Kagome and Inuyasha. Gotta love them. And there's my Riku statue, of course, because I've been obsessed with him forever. More Inuyasha stuff, because I'm obsessed with it, and I always will be. But most of my buttons, and yeah, here we go. Here's my button collection. See, we got Pokemon. Oh, there's Naruto. There's some Yu Yu Hakusho. Pokemon. We got some Bleach. More Kingdom Hearts. I've been collecting these for like a decade. I have some of these from middle school. There's Zevran from Dragon Age, Fenris, Samurai Champloo. Let's see here. I think that's Smash Brothers, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Lots of crap. So yeah, I am a huge weeb for sure. Oh, the Chris Redfield poster. I gotta find where that is. So, I talked about in my Resident Evil videos that, my friend Mars painted me a picture of Chris Redfield for my 21st, 18th it was high school, so my 18th birthday, she painted me a picture of Chris Redfield, and it's in my folders in my closet where I keep all my old shit. I gotta pull it out and show you guys. I got permission. So, yes, I will definitely bring that out. I need to make a note so I remember so I can show you guys. Let me put that down. Yes, okay. Homecoming's last boss is definitely a pain. Yeah, God, I if I hadn't had those guns, it would not have gone as well in the stream, for sure. Let's see here. What's the scariest game ever? That I've played? Silent Hill 4 got to me a decent amount. Let me look at my shelf here, what actually has gotten to me. A Fatal Frame, as we've seen, has gotten to me pretty decently. Anything with first person and ghosts tends to get to me pretty decently. I'm not a fan of those things specifically. So Fatal Frame and Silent Hill 4 are probably the most frightening I've played for now. I don't think there's enough nights in October for your plans. Listen, that's never stopped me before. I am known for over-planning and then adjusting my plans. How many pets do you have and why so many? I have 4, which is not even the most amount I've ever had. The house I grew up in was next to a very large wood. We were in basically the woods in the middle of the city. My city's it's called the City of Oaks. We are a forest city. They tore down some of it when I was in middle school to build houses, and there was a big there was a protest because people in my city like trees. It was gorgeous, great place to grow up, but what I'm getting to is lots of cats, because they all decided to come live in this forest and have their kittens there, and then I would explore the forest and find the kittens and bring them home. And so we would have anywhere from like 8 to 10 cats or kittens at a time living in our yard/house, and we just became the people that people would bring rescues and strays to, because we always had cats. And the 3 that I have right now are all rescues. He was found in further in the woods by my former boyfriend. The best present I ever got. He was a tiny runt, half to dead, just starving. And now look at him. Look at you now. Pippin was also rescued from a former owner who was not taking care of her properly and was partially hospitalized for a little bit. She was fine. She's great now. But she never forgave humanity. And Bob was found with his whiskers burnt off at a funeral home. And so I have all these animals because they needed me. And I wanted to take care of them. And my dog Lola was found on a website, I think Facebook probably. My mom found her. And my dog growing up was a dog named Sophie who had passed away a few years ago. And we hadn't gotten another one. And my mom saw this puppy that needed a home. And she was like, oh, it's so cute. Look at it. I think she only regrets it a little bit now. Because she's a lot of work. But yeah, we have a lot of animals because we tend to rescue them. Runs in the family, I guess. Let's see. What's my shirt size? Probably a large. It changes. Frickin', I ordered a shirt at a place yesterday, and it arrived. I was so excited. And I ordered a woman's a medium. Turns out their women's sizes are juniors. This thing fits my bicep. I'm gonna have to frame the picture instead. Oh, man. Yeah, people can be really mean to kitties, but now the kitties have a good home. Yes, don't they? See if I can put you in the frame. There you are. Hey, buddy. Say hello. The funny story about Gandalf. So I was in college, and it was, we weren't actually dating at the time. He was my friend from high school, and he worked at a forest camping site. And that's when he found the kitten, and he had posted something on Facebook, like, we need a home for it, I can't keep it, you know, And I saw it through there, and I texted him immediately and said, "You didn't tell me you had a kitten that needed a home immediately. You know me. I will take this cat." And he was like, "Are you serious? Do you think your dad's gonna take another animal?" And I was like, "Listen." At the time, my niece, who was she would have been 4 or 5 at that time. She lived with us because my brother needed a place to stay. So it was my mom, my dad, my brother, his wife, and my 5-year-old niece and I. And so I said, "Listen, just come to the house with the cat. My niece will see it. His grandbaby will see that cat and fall in love, and he can't say no to her." And so he brought the cat, and my dad sat there watching his grandbaby with this kitten, just oohing and awing, and you could tell the look on his face was, "I've already lost, haven't I?" And he would not stop teasing Brian about it. He kept being like, "You're not allowed in my house anymore. You can't come over here." And so he went over and he said, "Look, your daughter texted me and told me to do this. It's her fault." It was so much fun. And he turned out to be a very good cat. Yep, very good cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some fun animal stories. And all of our animals were named after music until I started naming them. Dad always named them after music because he's such a nerd. Let's see. Hey, everybody jumping in. I see Diana joined us. My favorite Lord of the Rings character, Elrond, the wise old elf, who I actually cosplayed. Do I have pictures of that? I did at one point. It wasn't officially a cosplay. It was a college event where we had to dress up as a fictional character from a book, because we were having like an English majors party or something, and I ended up going as Elrond from the movies because my sister collects Lord of the Rings memorabilia. She had the full-length, like, bow, and I had bought the ears, and I had the crown, so then I just, like, put on some elfy-looking clothes, and ended up cosplaying as Elrond. He's my favorite. He's the elf nerd. How can you not love him? Let's see. This doesn't look like... I really need to organize my photos. I don't see where my costume is, which is unfortunate, because that was fun. I also dressed up as Dracula at one of those parties. I definitely need to go through all my photos. Oh, here's my Dracula picture. Oh, man. You could tell I was trying to get into makeup. Here we go. Let's see if I can... There it is. Oh. Apparently it wants to be sideways. Cool. Can I turn you not sideways? Why do you want to be Well, anyway. That's me as Dracula, but sideways, apparently. I don't know why this computer would think I would want the picture to be sideways. I had a cane. I think it was actually a sword. We have an actual sword cane. I took the sword out, but my brother collected swords, and they're all in the garage, and you twist the handle at the top, and the sword comes out, and it's a sword. Do I speak Elvish? I do not. I barely speak English or any other real-world foreign languages. I was never good at languages. I wasn't even good at Latin, and you didn't have to speak Latin. You just had to know it. Nope. Very bad at those. I did like cosplaying, though. I always like making costumes and things. Halloween is definitely one of my favorite holidays for that reason. I wish I had more of my pictures in freaking folders. I did, like, half the Silent Hill cast at one point or another. The only one whose picture I definitely cannot find is when I was Dark Heather, which sucks, because I know I was. I know we took pictures. I went to a convention. But I just have no idea where the pictures went. Melon was the word for friend that opened the door. Mellon. You gotta test me. Have I ever thought of growing really long hair? My hair used to be very long. I just hated dealing with it. I'm a very lazy person at heart. I cut my hair short so I don't have to deal with it. And I'm considering cutting it again because, as you can tell, it's gotten to the length where it freaking... Where'd the comb go? Oh, it's gone. It curls up now. No matter how much I brush it, it's like, whee! I'll probably trim it at some point, but, oh, thank you. Yuna's one that definitely was pretty easy because I just had the dark hair anyway, so you do the hair over right, and I have a round face like she does, so, it worked out pretty well. I want to buy the costume again, because, obviously, the costume I bought in high school no longer fits. But I haven't done it, so I will one day. Let's see. Do I have any more? Oh God, what is this? What is this? Oh, that's fodder for this weekend. It looks like I was trying to be Lestat from the Vampire Chronicles. It's very bad. It's very bad. Ooh. I'll have to remember that for this weekend. Because we are doing another charity stream, and we'll definitely have to have more goofy stuff. But yeah, we've been doing costumes since I was a kid. My mom is big into costumes. Dad, we have a picture of him as Captain Hook, her as Peter Pan, and I was Tinkerbell for Halloween one year. And ever since, he called me Tinkerbell. Oh, man. I really need to organize all these so I can find all my costumes. I did find a picture of baby Lola. Oh my goodness, she was so little. She was so little. I can't believe it. She's so big now. Here we go. Was this one going to be sideways too? Yep. I'll have to figure out why it does that. But anyway. Look at tiny puppy. Goodness. That was what? This December we found her? I think, yeah, we've only had her for about 8 months now. She's an 8-month-old puppy. But look at her. She was so little. Gosh, she was cute. Oh, man. What breed is Lola? We have no idea. A lot of theories. I think the main theory is Jack Russell / Lab. Not really sure. My mom was actually watching a British TV show, and she called me in the room. She was like, come here, come here. And the dog in the show looked just like Lola. But we've never seen any other dog in real life that looks like her. It's some kind of mutt. You know, she was found abandoned in a field all by herself. So, probably, you know, puppy from a wild litter. Probably a street dog. It was out in the countryside, so probably a dog that lived by itself. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows what she is. But she's so sweet and so energetic. And usually when I'm doing this, as y'all have experienced in previous episodes, she will hear me and be upset that she is not with me and come to the door and cry about it. I wish I could let her in here more, but she bothers the cats. And specifically this cat, because this one won't defend himself. The other two will scratch and hiss, and Lola will leave them alone. This one just rolls on his back and goes, leave me alone. I don't want to hit you. Such a baby. Am I gay or bi? I'm basically pan. I say gay because it's an easier word that everybody knows, but basically pansexual. Do the cats get along with Lola? For the most part. Lola just gets so excited and wants to play so much, and they don't want to. But I mean, we have the same problem with Gandalf and the two cats, because Gandalf wants to play all the time. I do not get it, because Gandalf is freaking, what? You are at least 6 or 7. He is not a kitten anymore, but he still has all this energy that the other two do not have. I do not get it. He will not calm down. Why don't you calm down? Gotcha. Say hello. Why are you such a little rag doll? Oh. You're a sweet boy. Here, let's sit you up further. There we go. Oh, you're not back. I was gonna... You can't sit with me? No? You don't want to sit with me? Here, we're going to show them our fun game. This is why I have hair, obviously. He's the only one that'll do that. The others don't care. Can I have my head back? He is fun. He's just a lot of work. Mostly for the other cats rather than me. Oh, thank you, Olivia. I will definitely not stop making Silent Hill videos until I've run it right into the ground. Which will be quite some time. My dream is that by the time I get close to having nothing left to talk about, Konami will have finally woken up and done something with the property, which may be 20 years from now, but hey, I can live in hope. If I could direct a Silent Hill movie, what game moment should be reenacted? Specific moments? Like a scene. I really love the prison bars scene in 2. I think everybody does. That scene's delightful. The fire. I mean, there's so many great scenes in 2. I would just make Silent Hill 2 into a movie, honestly. Don't explain anything about the town. Don't try and just do it. God, that would make such a great freaking movie. And they're never going to do it because the first movie was not as successful as they want their freaking, blockbuster movies to be. And then the sequel was trash, so of course it failed. If I had kids, what would I name them? Tommy. That's my dad's name. It's unlikely I'll ever had kids, but if I did, Tommy would be the name. Not Albert. He hated that name. That was his first name, but he went by Tommy. Who knows where? Nobody knows where the name came from, the nickname. No idea. I didn't know his name was Albert for like 15 years. And then the realization that his name was Albert and Albert Wesker was also Albert kind of felt weird to me when I first put that together. How do I feel about the Silent Hill pachinko machines? I'm not a fan of gambling in general, but gambling with the corpse of my favorite game series is trash. I hate it. Movies for video games aren't necessarily a failure. The problem is for one, there's a very big expectation nowadays when it comes to adaptations. They adapt the Marvel comics and it's like everyone is bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, sometimes you can just make a story. It doesn't have to be another blockbuster. It just make it good, It just... Yeah, right now I don't see it happen. Like, it could happen. Someone with talent could make a great Silent Hill movie. It will not happen in the culture we have now. But yeah, it would be cool. There are some really good fan films out there. It's a perfect time to plug my friend... Zenith Film Studios that did the Silent Hill film and is also working on the TV show now, which is going to be very cool. I'm excited about that. We have a Pippin. Hey, Pippin. Hey. When we got Pippin, my brother actually is the one that brought her from a friend of his that wasn't really taking care of her. He walked up the front door and hid her under his shirt. And my mom and dad happened to be sitting on the front porch waiting for them, I guess. And he said something to the effect of, if that's what I think it is under your shirt, you better take it back. He was always so grumpy. Oh, man, it was fun. And she's incredibly grumpy. Let's see if I can angle it towards her. There she is. Hey, kitty. Hello. You look so mad. What are you mad about? Hi. I've had her the longest. We have a storied history. She acts like we have a sibling rivalry going on. Literally one time in the middle of the night, we had gone thrift shopping and I got this like collectible Star Trek glass. It was really neat and I put it on the top shelf in my, bookshelf. It was, 9 shelves high. I woke up at 5 a.m. the next morning to hear it crash and break on the ground because of someone. I hadn't even owned it for a day. What a jerk. Thoughts on the Bandersnatch movie? I don't know what the Bandersnatch movie is. I'll have to look it up. I haven't watched Black Mirror either. I don't watch a lot of horror. The loss of control kind of messes with, like, I'd rather be in control of the scenario, which is why I love horror games. I don't do horror movies quite as much, though I have some I really have enjoyed. Babadook, all the Hannibal movie properties, stuff like that, I really do enjoy. And I watch a lot of those goofy ghost hunter stuff. I love it. It's so dumb. I have literally collections of it on DVD. Oh, man. Hey, Pippin, you want to come say hello? Say no, I'm a bitch. I don't want to. Oh! Come here, you. Come here. Say hello. We rarely get to see you so up close. Hi, buddy. You're being so good. You're like, please put me down. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, you're going to climb my shoulder, aren't you? That's okay. You can sit on my shoulder. Ow! Every time. Oh, God. Oh, man. He's so cute and so sharp. I don't know what it is. The other two kind of, I guess, learned that hurts and they don't use their claws that much. He is not. Have I watched the TV series Hannibal? I watched the first season. I have not watched the rest yet, even though I own it all. I very much enjoyed it, and I want to get back and rewatch and watch all of it at some point. But I haven't done that yet. I'm working through watching the old movies and reading the books, which I haven't finished doing yet. But I really enjoy that franchise. Very, very fun. Oh, I will receive a box on Saturday. Thank you. If it does contain a cat, my mom is going to be very angry at you because we don't need any more animals. And we did almost get another one. We came really close to rescuing another kitten, and my mom and I were like, we have to walk away. We have to go, because it was at a thrift store shelter, and it was a very friendly kitten. So it's like, someone's going to adopt this incredibly friendly kitten. But we were both like, oh, it's so cute. Night Trap. That's definitely on my list to get. They actually put out a physical re-release of it at one point recently. And I considered getting it then, but I just didn't have the money at the time. But definitely something I want to play. I think it'd be fun. My friend Brad wants to make me play, what's the other one that they recently re-released? That's like the shittiest horror FMV game that's like about zombies on an island or something. He really wants to play that with me, so we may do that next month. My former roommates, who are also my cousins, that have the 8-month-old baby that I babysit every week, they're temporarily moving in for like a week while waiting for their new house they bought to be prepared. So for a little while, the beginning of October, we're going to be hanging out. That'll be fun. I might try and make him play some games with me. Well, unless more people have some questions to throw in the last, 5 minutes, we'll start winding down. Let me think of what we have to cover today. As you probably saw if you watched the video, we now have a sponsor right now, Christian Nava. I should ask how to pronounce that more assuredly. And his book, Skeletons in the Rain, which sounds super interesting, and I cannot wait to read it. It is available on Amazon, in English and Spanish, and in Kindle and paperback formats, and it sounds super cool and right up my alley, so I'm going to definitely check that out, and you guys should too. And if you want to try and get a free copy, you can email him and ask about getting a copy for a review. Also, new membership bonuses. I'm still working through implementing them because it's been the wildest week. But being a supporter on Patreon or YouTube now gets you more rewards. From 99 cents up, you get to join in on the secret Discord chat room for members only. You get to hang out and watch movies with us or TV shows with us that we do about once a week. And other tiers include things like free copies of my books, early access to my videos, discounts on my merchandise, all kinds of stuff. So if you can afford to, it really does help a lot and means a lot to me and helps keep the channel running. You can also buy my books. They are available in the link below. I've kind of streamlined that whole process to make it a little easier, since it kind of the old system, I think, kind of confused people a little. And you can commission me on all kinds of things, specifically, relating to this channel, videos and video topics, stream topics. You can also do writing and some other things as well. That link is in the description as well. Follow me on social media and join the Discord if you want to hang out with some cool people. And I hope to be back tomorrow with some more Fire Emblem. Next week, I think, what is it? Is the first on Monday? I don't know. We're gonna start streaming horror games every day in October. Fanfic Friday is going to become horror stories. Some of them may be things that I've written to be frightening. Some of them are North Carolina myths and legends that I've kind of collected together. That'll be 1 week. I may read a Hideyuki Kikuchi book, various things. So I'll be reading various horror stories on Fridays. We'll also be trying to do movie nights at least 2 or 3 times that month. I'd like to at least do it a couple times because I have some horror movies I really want to rewatch. That I need to do, I don't know what day, probably Saturday or Sunday, but I haven't worked out what day yet. So that'll be fun. Is there stuff in my books I haven't covered in my videos? Yes, the books are incredibly extensive and cover a lot more things than the videos do. Some of the videos are verbatim things I took from my books. Sometimes vice versa, the books elaborate more on things I talked about in my videos, but you definitely will have a lot more content. Even if you've watched every video I've ever made about Silent Hill, there's a lot of stuff in the books that I never talked about in my videos. I may one day, or I may not. Some of it it didn't really fit in a video, or it wasn't something that I could cover. That kind of thing. My books are about Silent Hill. Yes. I do write other things as well, but right now the only 2 things I have available and published are Waiting for You. Actually, I just got a new shipment. Waiting for You, a book about the story and symbolism of Silent Hill 2, which was my first book, and then Fear for the Flesh, which is about the story and symbolism of the first Silent Hill game. Eventually, I will be writing a book on every game in the series. The one on Silent Hill 1 also contains some general information about the series as a whole, but it definitely covers some things I wasn't able to do in the actual videos, or I was writing more about. But yeah, it's a different experience for sure. And I'm going to be writing more of them. Right now I'm working on a slightly different project, which is related to the videos, in celebration of the fact that we've hit 50 videos. I'm putting all the scripts into a book, just the scripts verbatim. And then I'm gonna, create a index and stuff so people can look through and read them that way. So it'll be a little different than my general books. It'll just be a collection of the scripts as they were in the videos. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'm not quite done editing that. But yeah. And you can buy all that stuff in the link below. Audiobooks too. They're available ebook, paperback, hardback, or audiobook. Yes, I do. I have the books for Silent Hill 4 and 3 mostly done. It'll still be a little while because I got backed up on some other work, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into the publishing that takes a while. And then the later ones will probably be kind of bundled. Downpour will probably be its own book because there's a decent amount of content there. I haven't played Origins enough to really know yet. That one will be in the future. I have to play it. Will I review the comics? I will. I've read most of them. I own all of them. The problem is it becomes very hard to review the comics because in the traditional way, I would have to scan them onto my computer and then use them as footage for my videos. That would be obnoxious. So maybe I'll just do a video like this and just talk about them. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I plan to write books about other games as well. The one I'm working on right now is Final Fantasy X, if you couldn't tell from the fact that I've been posting videos about Final Fantasy X. But right now, this is what I've got. And the art is by my good friend Mars, Zombie Scratch on Twitter. Nintengados on Twitter does the other artwork for the channel, the chibi things and stuff like that. Definitely check both them out. They're so awesome. Do I own the Robbie Rabbit figurine? No. I want the Heather one so bad. The only figures I own for Silent Hill... Come here. Whitney Chavis from the Silent Hill Historical Society was kind enough to send me this bad boy. And Handsome Ratch was kind enough to send me her. So I have these two as buddies. And that's my main Silent Hill merchandise. I also have the little... I have the Silent Hill 4 pin that recently was put out, and there's some Seal of Metatron coasters that came in a loot box once. That's all the Silent Hill stuff I have, because Silent Hill merch is expensive and rare and hard to find. I have a lot more Final Fantasy merch. Let's just pan over there. Yeah, that's the wall of Final Fantasy X. It's a bit of my honor, my offering to Yuna. Blessed be Yevon. You know how it is. One day I'll actually have to show off the whole thing. And that's actually the costume there on the wall. The dress, at least. I don't have the rest. And then below it is all my manga. The rest of my books, my manga is out where you can see it. My, important research and nonfiction is shoved in a closet, like you do. But, yeah, I'm a little obsessed with Final Fantasy X, and Final Fantasy, Square Enix likes to sell you their shit, so their merchandise is a lot easier to get a hold of, but, yeah, I think that's all the business I need to cover. More videos soon, and, I will see you guys later. Bye.